This is not just the story of Adam alayhi salam. This is the real story from a time before his creation. A time when no human walked the earth. A time when something else ruled. Other beings lived on this earth, but they rebelled and fought against the angels, and the angels drove them to the far corners of the earth. Then one day, Allah said, "I will create a Khalifa on the earth." And at that moment, everything changed. A body was made from earth, but that body was not ordinary. The angels bowed down, but one being refused. His name was Iblis. He said, "I am better than him because my origin." The first racist in history, Shaitan focused on his origin. He became the reason for human being sent to the earth. But he did not know that this was already the plan of Allah. You are watching Religious Story TV. We continue the series of prophet stories. Your support is very important for us to continue making these videos. You can support us by liking the video, leaving a comment, and subscribing to the channel. If you are ready, let's begin. Think for a moment. A time when history had not yet begun to be written, when even the name of human did not exist. The earth was there, the sky was there, mountains were there, rivers were there, but there was not a single human anywhere. So, was this world empty? No, not at all. The Quran tells us a striking detail through the words of the angels. When Allah informed the angels that he would create a human, they immediately said, "Will you create someone there who will cause fasad and shed blood?" Human had not even been created yet, but the angels spoke as if they had already seen that this being would shed blood. For them to say this, they must have known something from before. Islamic scholars explain this point like this: before humans, other beings lived on earth. Those beings were the jinn. Jinn are beings created from fire. Allah gave them mind, will, and freedom of choice, just as he would give to humans. According to Islamic scholars and tafsir sources, before Adam alayhi salam, jinn ruled the earth. This world was theirs. They crossed mountains, traveled seas, built nations. Settlements were formed, communities appeared, and struggles for power began. But over time, a sickness appeared among them. Ambition built on pride. The strong began to crush the weak. Looting started, wars began, and blood was spilled. The earth, once a peaceful place, turned into a bloody arena where jinn fought each other. Violence became a normal part of daily life. Despite this, among them there were special jinn who worshipped Allah and remained devoted. The greatest among them was Azazel, who lived in the highest levels of paradise. Iblis, or as he was known at that time, Azazel, was also a jinn. He was created from fire like the others. But he was different. He left his own kind behind. He did not shed blood, he did not rebel. Instead, he worshipped. Such worship that it can be said no angel reached his level. According to narrations from Islamic scholars, Azazel left not a single place on earth, in the sky, in the seas, or in the mountains, where he did not make sajda. In all these places, he made tasbih. He praised Allah, and he bowed in prostration. Because of this worship, his rank rose, so much that he was accepted among the angels. He began to live with them in paradise. He took a position like a teacher among the angels. For centuries, he taught them about the greatness of Allah, taught them worship, and showed them how to praise Allah. According to narrations, Azazel had a different title in each of the 4 levels of the heavens. On earth he was called the Iblis of the angels, and to stop the rebellion and fasad on earth, Allah sent his angels under the command of Azazel. Azazel fought against the jinn and drove them to distant places of the earth. The jinn withdrew to islands, empty deserts, and underground caves. The earth became calm again. The mountains became silent. The rivers flowed clean. Azazel was very happy with this. He had achieved a great success. And remember, he was still a jinn, not an angel. Angels do not disobey Allah. They are created for obedience without choice. But Azazel came from fire. He had will. He had a door of choice. And for now that door remained closed, but it was never locked. Some narrations and tafsir scholars mention this detail. As Azazel rose with his worship and success, pride began to grow inside him. But it had not yet appeared openly. But Allah knew the truth, of course, and He would show Iblis his true face. After the jinn were removed from the earth, the world began to wait for a completely different being. Allah says in Surah Qaf, verse 38, "We created the heavens and the earth and what is between them in 6 days, and no tiredness touched us." And the Prophet ﷺ said in a hadith reported by Abu Hurairah radiallahu an, Allah created the soil on Saturday, He created the mountains on Sunday, the trees on Monday, disliked things on Tuesday, the light on Wednesday. He spread the animals on the earth on Thursday, and He created Adam as the last of creation, in the last hours of Friday, between Al-Asr and Al-Maghrib. Muslim Munafiqin 27. This hadith tells us something very clear. Everything was created before human. Allah was about to reveal a great secret to the angels, what had happened before on earth. The angels were waiting with curiosity. Azazel was among them. He was waiting too. But Azazel's expectation was different from the angels. The angels waited with pure curiosity. Whatever came, they would accept. But Azazel, with that hidden seed inside him, maybe without realizing, was making his own calculation. And then the news came. Allah said, "I will create a Khalifa on the earth." Baqarah 30. At that moment, the countdown began for one of the greatest turning points in history. The angels were surprised and concerned. Azazel remained silent, for now. As soon as the angels heard the decision of Allah, they felt a deep concern inside them. The previous experience was still in their memory. Now another being with free will would be created. Would the same thing not happen again? They asked with courage, "Will you create someone there who will cause fasad and shed blood while we make tasbih with your praise and declare your holiness?" This was not an objection. Angels do not object to Allah, and they do not disobey. This was a sincere question, like pure hands reaching out to understand a wisdom they could not see. And the answer of Allah came, short but very deep. "Indeed, I know what you do not know." This one sentence was like a lock that closes all the secrets of the universe. "You do not know, but I know." It was enough. The angels became silent. They accepted, and they began to wait. The decision was made. The new being would be created from earth. And for this, soil had to be taken from different parts of the earth. Allah first sent Jibril alayhi salam for this task. Jibril alayhi salam came down to the earth. He reached out his hand to take soil. At that moment, something unexpected happened. The earth spoke. That earth, which we think is lifeless, spoke by the power of Allah and said, "I ask you, in the name of Allah, do not take a part from me, because Allah will create a creation from me, and among them there will be those who will disobey Allah, and because of this, Allah will punish me with the fire of hell. A part of me will burn in the fire." When Jibril alayhi salam heard this, he stepped back. He respected the earth's request for protection and returned empty-handed. He said, "My Lord, the earth sought refuge in you, and I gave it refuge." Then Allah sent Mikail alayhi salam. Mikail alayhi salam came down. The same thing happened. The earth again asked for protection, again called upon Allah and begged. Mikail alayhi salam also gave it refuge and returned. Then Israfil alayhi salam was sent. He received the same response. He also respected the request and returned. 3 great angels returned 3 times. Each time, the earth trembled and sought refuge in Allah. It knew what it meant for a part of it to be taken. It felt that from that soil humans would come, and some of them would go to hell, and that soil would burn in the fire. The fourth one sent was Azrael alayhi salam. Azrael alayhi salam came down to the earth. The earth again said the same words. I ask you, in the name of Allah, do not take anything from me. The answer of Azrael alayhi salam came with a strong determination that would be remembered. I also seek refuge in Allah from returning without carrying out his command. And he took from the earth, but not from one place only. He took from all around the world, from different colors, different types. Red soil, white soil, black soil, yellow soil, hard soil, soft soil, salty and sweet soils. He gathered them all together and presented them to Allah. The Prophet ﷺ explained this truth. Allah created Adam from a handful of soil taken from all parts of the earth. That is why the children of Adam came with different colors and natures. Some are red, some white, some black, and some in between. Some are soft, some are hard, some are good, and some are not. Reported in Abu Dawud and Tirmidhi. This hadith gives a deep message. The differences in color, nature, and character among people are not a weakness. They are richness. We all came from the same earth, but from different parts of it. No one is better than another because we all came from the same handful. The soil had been brought. Now it was time to shape it. According to narrations, Allah mixed that soil for 40 days with his power. These were not days like we know. Only Allah knows their true nature. Then that clay was left in paradise for 40 years. Rain fell on it. But these were not ordinary rains. According to narrations, for 39 years rain of sadness fell, and for 1 year rain of joy fell. That is why in human life, sadness is more than joy. If the world makes you smile one day, it may make you cry for many days after. This is not a coincidence. It is something placed into our creation, something that fell onto our soil. At the end of those 40 years, the soil passed through different stages. The Quran mentions these stages. First, dust, turab, then mud, then sticky clay, then shaped dry clay. Each stage represents a part of the human being, the humility of earth, the purity of water, the form moving toward a purpose, and finally, that great body was completed. Now there was a huge body in front of them, about 70 cubits tall. According to narrations, this is around 30 meters in today's measure. Its head almost reached the clouds. Its eyes were closed, its face was still, its hands were at its sides. It looked like a human, but empty inside, like a statue, like a mold. The soul had not yet come. The angels came to that body. They walked around it and examined it. Who was this? Why was it created? For what purpose had Allah brought it into existence? And among them, there was one who was not asking these questions. He was doing something else. Azazel walked around that lifeless body. He studied it carefully. He bent over that huge form that had no soul yet, not alive yet. He looked, measured, and evaluated. Then, as the narrations tell us, he did something unusual. He entered through the openings of that body, moved through all of it, and then came out. And he said to himself, I will deceive this one through these openings. This was one of the coldest and most calculated sentences in history. That body was not even alive yet. It had not taken a single breath. But Azazel had already made his plan. He had entered inside, discovered the weak points, and drawn his path. Greed, desire, anger, pride. He had already arranged in his mind which of these inner weaknesses he would use and when. The angels, however, were busy with something else. A discussion happened among them. Shaitan turned to them and asked, if Allah gives life to this being and breathes a soul into it and then makes it superior over you, what will you do? The angels answered with surprise. What kind of question is this? Of course we will obey our Lord. Azazel heard this answer, and the seed inside him